The 1950s and 1960s were a time of great tension. The world was divided into two major blocs, each led by a superpower with vastly different ideologies. The United States championed capitalism and democracy, while the Soviet Union promoted communism and a state-controlled economy. This ideological clash created an atmosphere of suspicion and rivalry that permeated every aspect of life. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a Cold War. This was not a war fought with guns and bombs, but with propaganda, espionage, and a relentless quest for technological and military superiority. Each side sought to outdo the other in every conceivable way, from military might to cultural influence. Both superpowers competed in many areas. They vied for dominance in sports, science and technology, each victory serving as a testament to their system's superiority. The Olympics became a battleground for national pride, and scientific achievements were celebrated as proof of intellectual and industrial prowess. One of the biggest competitions was the space race. This was not just about exploring the unknown, it was about proving which system could achieve the impossible. The race to space became a focal point of the Cold War, capturing the imagination of people around the world. The Soviet Union took an early lead. They made significant strides in space exploration, showcasing their technological capabilities. Their achievements were a source of immense national pride and a powerful propaganda tool. They launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957. This was a monumental achievement that sent shockwaves around the globe. Sputnik's success demonstrated the Soviet Union's advanced rocket technology and their ability to reach beyond the Earth's atmosphere. This shocked the United States. The American public and government were taken aback by the Soviet Union's rapid progress. The launch of Sputnik was a wake-up call, highlighting the need for the United States to catch up in the space race. The US government and its people realized they were behind. This realization spurred a flurry of activity and investment in space technology. Educational programs were launched to inspire a new generation of scientists and engineers, and funding for space research was dramatically increased. The space race became a symbol of technological superiority. It was no longer just about exploration. It was about proving which nation had the intellectual and industrial might to conquer the final frontier. The stakes were incredibly high, and both nations were determined to win. Both countries poured resources into their space programs. Massive amounts of money, manpower and material were dedicated to developing the technology needed to explore space. Laboratories and research facilities buzzed with activity as scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to achieve their goals. They wanted to prove their power and innovation to the world. The space race was not just a scientific endeavor, it was a demonstration of national strength and ingenuity. Every successful mission was a testament to the capabilities of the nation's scientists, engineers and astronauts. The ultimate prize was the moon. Landing a human on the moon and returning them safely to Earth would be the crowning achievement of the space race. It was a goal that seemed almost impossible, but both nations were determined to achieve it. The race to the moon captured the world's imagination. People from all walks of life followed the progress of the space programs with bated breath. Children dreamed of becoming astronauts, and adults marveled at the technological advancements being made. It was a time of great excitement and anticipation. Every launch, every mission, every milestone was a cause for celebration. The space race brought people together, united in their fascination with the possibilities of space exploration. Everyone wanted to know who would get there first. The question of which nation would land on the moon first was on everyone's minds. It was a race against time, technology, and the unknown, and the whole world was watching. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy announced a bold goal. Standing before Congress, he declared that the United States should commit itself to achieving the goal, before the decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. This ambitious vision was not just about space exploration. It was a statement of intent, a challenge to the American spirit of innovation and determination. He challenged the United States to land a man on the moon before the end of the decade. This was during a time when the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union was at its peak. The Soviets had already launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, and sent the first human, Yuri Gagarin, into space. The stakes were high and the pressure was immense. This began a massive national effort. The entire country rallied behind this goal, with resources and talents being pooled together from all corners of the nation. Schools and universities emphasized science and engineering, inspiring a new generation of young minds to dream big and aim for the stars. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, worked tirelessly. The Apollo program was launched, and it became the focal point of NASA's efforts. The program faced numerous challenges, from technical difficulties to tragic setbacks, but the determination to succeed never wavered. Thousands of scientists, engineers and technicians dedicated themselves to this goal. They worked day and night, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The development of the Saturn V rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built, was a testament to their ingenuity and hard work. On July 20th, 1969, the world watched in awe. The anticipation was palpable as millions of people around the globe tuned into their televisions, radios, and even gathered in public spaces to witness history in the making. The Apollo 11 mission had captured the imagination of people everywhere. Apollo 11, carrying astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, landed on the moon. The journey had been fraught with challenges, but the crew's training and the support of the NASA team ensured their success. As the lunar module, Eagle, touched down on the moon's surface, a collective sigh of relief and joy was felt around the world. Millions of people watched on television as Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the lunar surface. His descent down the ladder of the lunar module was slow and deliberate, each step a testament to human perseverance and courage. The moment his boot touched the moon's surface, history was made. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," Armstrong declared. These words, simple yet profound, encapsulated the significance of the achievement. It was not just a victory for the United States, but a milestone for all of humanity, symbolizing what we can achieve when we dare to dream and work together. His words echoed around the globe, marking a pivotal moment in human history. The moon landing was more than just a technological triumph. It was a unifying event that brought people together, transcending borders and differences. It inspired generations to come, proving that with vision, dedication and collaboration, even the most impossible dreams can become reality. The evidence of the moon landing is vast and varied. It encompasses a wide range of materials, from visual documentation to scientific data, all of which collectively affirm the historic achievement of Apollo 11. There are thousands of photographs and hours of video footage. These visual records capture every stage of the mission, from the launch to the iconic moment when Neil Armstrong set foot on the lunar surface. These images show the astronauts on the moon, their equipment and the lunar landscape. The clarity and detail in these photographs and videos leave little room for doubt about their authenticity. Independent researchers have analyzed the data from Apollo 11. These experts from various fields of science have scrutinized the mission's data, ensuring that the findings are accurate and reliable. They have confirmed the authenticity of the mission through rigorous peer review and independent verification. The scientific community has reached a consensus that the Apollo 11 mission was indeed a genuine event. The lunar samples brought back by the astronauts provide further proof. These samples have been studied extensively, revealing unique properties that are distinct from terrestrial materials. These rocks and soil have unique compositions, different from anything found on Earth. The isotopic signatures and mineral compositions of these samples are unlike any known earthly materials, further validating their extraterrestrial origin. The Apollo missions left behind scientific instruments on the moon. These instruments were designed to conduct various experiments and collect data long after the astronauts had returned to Earth. These instruments continue to send data back to Earth, providing further evidence of the landings. The ongoing transmission of data from these devices offers continuous proof of the mission's success and the presence of human activity on the lunar surface. The evidence is clear and convincing. The Apollo missions were real. From the visual documentation to the scientific analyses, every piece of evidence corroborates the reality of the moon landings, leaving no room for doubt about this monumental achievement in human history. Despite the overwhelming evidence, some people still believe the moon landing was faked. These conspiracy theories claim that the entire event was staged. They suggest it was filmed in a Hollywood studio or a remote desert location. Conspiracy theorists point to perceived inconsistencies in the photographs and videos. They question the lack of visible stars in the background of some images. They also claim that the US government had strong motives to fake the landing. These theories have persisted for decades, fueled by mistrust and widespread misinformation. However, they lack scientific basis and have been repeatedly debunked by experts and scientists.